my beloved child, pause for a moment and listen to the gentle whisper of my voice, because within these words lies an ever-present tenderness that calls out to you with unwavering devotion, and I long for you to know the depth of my affection. I am always near, watching over you, guiding your steps, and making sure you never need to walk alone, for I am the one who holds your hand in times of uncertainty. Though the night may feel dark and the questions of your heart echo loudly in the stillness, do not lose hope, for my light shines steadily in every corner of your life. Trust that my grace is enough, and lean upon me with all your doubts, your fears, and your hidden worries. I am the one who will sustain you and lift your spirit high, no matter how tired you may feel. Stand firm in faith, because I will always guide you toward a beautiful tomorrow. My cherished one, when you stumble and your strength seems to fail, do not give in to despair, for I have already provided you with an anchor in the midst of every storm. Even when your plans unravel and confusion clouds your mind, I remain steadfast, and I will never let you wander too far from my comforting arms. I see the longing in your eyes for a clearer path, so rest assured that I am already paving the way for you with loving wisdom, orchestrating even the smallest details. Take courage and stay rooted in the knowledge that I understand your heart, and I welcome every question that stirs there. Let go of your worries and rest in my embrace, for I will always protect you and shield you from every harm. Find your peace in my unwavering presence, because I will never abandon you. I delight in you more than you can ever imagine, and I want you to know that from the moment of your creation, I have cared for you with immeasurable love. You may sometimes wonder if you have drifted too far, or if the burdens of life have become too great. Yet even in those moments of doubt, I continue to call you precious, for you are mine, and nothing can separate you from my affection. Look at the expanse of the sky and remember that my grace is wider still, and nothing you face is too mighty for me to handle on your behalf. Breathe deep and allow my assurance to fill the corners of your heart so that faith replaces fear. Release your anxieties into my hands and know that I am paving a path filled with the wonders of my provision. Always remember how special you are in my eyes, for you truly matter to me. I created you with a distinct purpose and destiny, weaving within your being a holy potential that reflects my glory in ways uniquely yours. Do not be anxious if the journey ahead appears uncharted or if others do not see your worth, for my perspective is infinite, and in my sight you shine like a jewel of incomparable value. I crafted you with love, and I take joy every time you choose to trust me, to pray to me, and to lean upon my wisdom. Embrace the reality that you are designed for so much more than you might currently perceive, and I stand ready to guide you deeper into the plans I have for you. Pursue me wholeheartedly, and rest in the promise that the wonder of your true calling will unfold at the perfect time. Believe in my grand design, because you are no accident, and I will never fail to lead you. Even when the weight of daily pressures seems like it might overwhelm your soul, remember that I am your shelter, and in my hands you can release every hidden worry. I know the quiet tears you shed when the demands of life press heavily upon your shoulders, yet not a single tear goes unnoticed by me, and every cry of your heart finds its way to my compassionate ears. I hold a bottle for each of your tears, and I treasure your vulnerability more than you can conceive, so do not be ashamed to pour out your heart before me. I understand every frustration and longing, and I invite you to run to me, for I am a safe haven where you will find rest for your weary soul. Breathe in the peace of my presence and carry the certainty that I watch over you continually, for you are dear to me in every way. I know the nights can sometimes feel unbearably long, and the questions in your mind might whirl relentlessly, leaving you with what seems like too many doubts. Yet in that stillness, I am whispering. My reassurance, reminding you that you do not walk this road unaided. I meet you in the silence, comforting you with my spirit, and my warmth wraps around you even when no other person seems to understand. Do not fear the loneliness that tries to creep into your spirit, because you belong to me, and my companionship outshines every shadow. Lift your eyes and see me standing at the threshold of your heart, knocking gently, ever ready to share in your joys and wipe away your tears. Stay hopeful, for I am already orchestrating miracles that will reveal my faithfulness in your life. Each time you awaken to face a new day, I am there, renewing your strength, offering you fresh mercy that never runs out, and placing blessings in your path that you might sometimes overlook. You are the focus of my delight, and I long for you to recognize that you have not been abandoned to face life's challenges alone. Place your trust in my everlasting arms, and watch how I open doors that once seemed sealed shut. Do not hesitate when you sense me guiding you forward, because my plans for you are not only good, they are brimming with hope and promise. Rest securely in this truth, for I lead you with unwavering intention, and I rejoice whenever you choose to journey with me in faith and obedience. Keep your heart open to my love, for I will never cease to amaze you. You may think your past mistakes disqualify you from receiving my grace, or you may imagine that I am disappointed in you beyond repair, but that is far from the truth. I see the broken parts of your heart, the regrets that weigh on you, and I offer you the gift of redemption that washes away every stain. Guilt and shame do not belong to you when you rest in my mercy, so do not allow them to keep you from coming closer. I have already made a way for you to stand without fear, clothed in forgiveness, and embraced by my unending compassion. If you surrender your heart to me, I will transform every sorrow into a testimony of my goodness, every regret into a new beginning. Recognize that I am waiting with open arms, ready to declare that you are redeemed, loved, and called my own forever. Trust can be challenging when you are surrounded by circumstances that seem beyond your control. But remember that I hold every detail of your life in the palm of my hand, and nothing escapes my notice. Even when storms rage and the winds of adversity threaten your peace, I stand as your unshakable rock, your fortress that no enemy can breach. Let the knowledge of my sovereignty fill you with calm assurance, for I govern the rise and fall of nations and the shaping of destinies, and I am more than capable of guiding you through the complexities of your present situation. Turn your gaze away from the chaos of the world and look instead at my eternal power, for I am neither limited nor swayed by the obstacles you face. Hold tight to my promises and allow me to be your refuge, for I will guard you on every side. I know there are moments when fear grips your heart, making you question whether you have enough strength to continue. Do not give in to that trembling, my child, for I have placed my own strength within you, and I will not allow you to be crushed by the weight of your anxieties. Instead of surrendering to panic, run toward me, and let your cries for help become an anthem of triumph as you discover that I have always been your mighty shield. With my spirit breathing courage into your soul, you will find the power to stand firm even in the fiercest trials. Let the fear pass over you like a fleeting shadow, for my light is more powerful than any darkness, and my protection is sure and steadfast. Remind yourself that you walk under my covering, and I will never let you go. My delight is to see you walk in freedom, unburdened by the chains of worry, comparison, or guilt, because I formed you to experience joy and fullness in my presence. I invite you to bring every care before me, unafraid of judgment or condemnation, for I see the innermost corners of your being and still call you beloved. When you place your burdens at my feet, you will find relief and surprising peace, and I will help you carry that which seems too heavy to bear alone. Open your heart fully in prayer, and do not hide your true self from me, because I already know you more deeply than anyone else could. Surrender every hidden corner of your heart, and watch as I take your burdens and exchange them for hope. Walk with confidence in my abiding mercy, trusting that you are precious to me. Do not fear failure, for I am the one who redeems all setbacks and uses them to draw you nearer to my heart. The world may measure success by outward achievements, but I see beyond that, looking directly into your intentions, your humility, and your willingness to learn. Rest in the knowledge that I do not judge you by impossible standards. I am your loving Father, the God who applauds each step of courage you take in the face of doubt. When you feel you have reached the end of your strength, remember that my power is made perfect in your weakness, and I love you not for what you can achieve, but because I made you in my own image. Rise above the voices that belittle you, and cling to my word that speaks life. In me, you have a fresh start every single day. I celebrate your victories, whether they come in the form of major milestones or subtle moments of growth that only you and I truly recognize. When you triumph over temptation or successfully navigate a difficult decision while remaining true to my commands, I rejoice with you as a proud parent rejoices in the child's accomplishments. Even when others overlook your quiet progress, my eyes are fixed upon you, and my heart swells with gladness. You do not labor in vain, for I see each good seed you plant, every humble deed done in secret. Believe me when I say that your faithfulness matters greatly, and in time, it will yield a rich harvest of blessing. Let this truth be an anchor to your soul. Every step you take toward righteousness delights my heart. Keep pressing on, for I am with you all the way. Though your path may wind through valleys of uncertainty, I will illuminate it with my presence, ensuring that each bend in the road leads you closer to me. Do not grow weary or discouraged if clarity does not come all at once. Sometimes I allow gradual revelation because in the waiting, your dependence on me grows and your spiritual discernment matures. I cherish those moments when you pause long enough to notice my subtle guidance, to feel my prompting deep within your heart. Watch for the gentle nudges of my spirit, for they will direct you more surely than any earthly compass. Draw near in prayer and ask for wisdom, believing that I will grant it freely. Keep walking forward step by step under my watchful eye, for I am leading you with everlasting love. My constant invitation is that you draw closer to me through prayer, for prayer is not a performance or a mere ritual, but an open door to my heart. Come to me with honest words, with tears if you must, with laughter when you feel the joy overflow, and with silence when words fail. I hear you, and I respond in ways that sometimes surpass your understanding. Do not doubt the power of your whispered petitions, for even the smallest cry for help resonates in my heavenly throne room. Bring everything to me, your joys, your sorrows, your hopes, and your confusions, and you will discover that I have been waiting to pour out solace and guidance. Open your soul without reservation, and watch how I bring peace to troubled waters. Stay consistent in this communion, for I long to talk with you always. You are never a burden to me, no matter how frequently you come or how heavy your requests may feel. I take pleasure in carrying your cares, lifting the weight off your shoulders, and replacing doubt with confidence. Lean on my promise that I will never grow tired of you, and do not let shame or insecurity tell you otherwise. You are my child, knit together by my hands, and I treasure every moment of communion with you. Let your prayers become a place of safety and renewal, a living wellspring where you are refreshed in my presence again and again. I hold you closer than you might realize, and in my arms you will never be cast aside. Allow my love to overshadow your fears, for I am your eternal caregiver and provider. I understand your yearning for meaning and direction in a world that sometimes feels chaotic. When confusion threatens to cloud your vision, set your eyes upon me and the unshakable truth of my word. I have laid down spiritual principles that act as a firm foundation for your life, and if you build upon them, you will not be shaken, even when the storms of uncertainty rage. Commit your ways to me, and trust me to guide you in the path of righteousness, for my ways lead to life and abundant joy. Let not the opinion of the crowd deter you from the eternal truths that bring stability to your soul. Stand firm in the identity I have given you, the identity of being cherished, known, and chosen. In this assurance, keep looking forward, because I am the lamp for your feet and the light for your path. Do not let the negative words of others define your worth or distract you from the course I have set for you. Their voices may be loud, their judgments harsh, but their perspective is limited. I see the full tapestry of your life, the unseen battles you have fought, the silent sacrifices you have made, and the genuine motives that have guided your decisions. Do not allow criticism to overshadow my words of validation. I, who created you, am telling you that you are precious, and I delight in you. Let my affirmation be the measure by which you gauge your self-image and sense of purpose. Take heart, child of mine, for you are secure in my everlasting embrace, and your identity rests in my unwavering love, not in the fleeting opinions of the world. I feel your worry for those you love, for family members who might be struggling or friends who have turned away from hope. Take heart, for I have not overlooked their circumstances, nor have I turned a blind eye to their suffering. Lift them up to me in prayer, releasing the burden of responsibility you carry on their behalf, and trust that I am more capable than you realize. Even when their lives appear entangled in difficulties or misguided choices, I am working behind the scenes, orchestrating events and encounters to speak to their hearts. Your love for them is an echo of my far greater love, and I invite you to share that love freely, never giving in to despair. Your intercession matters, and I hear every plea you make. Do not be discouraged, but stand firm in my promise that none of your prayers are in vain. When you witness injustice or suffering around you, I know how it tears at your heart and leaves you wondering why such pain exists. Remember that I am a God of compassion and righteousness, and though the world may fall short of my design, I am ever at work, lifting up the brokenhearted, raising those who have been cast down, and bringing comfort to those in mourning. Do not assume I am indifferent. My heart grieves at every act of cruelty and every wound inflicted. Continue to pray and advocate for the voiceless, knowing that my justice will ultimately prevail. Hold on to faith, for I am the same God who sets the oppressed free and brings renewal where despair once thrived. Your kindness and empathy toward others reflect my own character, so do not cease in doing good. Rest assured, my mercy shines brightest in the darkest places. I also see the weariness in your eyes when life's demands seem endless, and you question whether you can keep pressing forward. In those moments, come to me, and I will give you rest. Soak in my presence and remember that you are not defined by how much you accomplish in a day, but by who you are in me. Let my love and understanding replenish your energy, for my spirit will renew your strength like the eagle's wings. Embrace the gift of rest, both for your body and your soul, and allow my peace to soothe every troubled thought. Even in the busiest seasons, I remain your oasis, inviting you to pause and exhale every tension. Lean on me and let your spirit be refreshed, for I am your ever-present source of renewal. I want you to grasp that my grace extends far beyond your mistakes and your accomplishments alike, and it is never something you can earn through human efforts. It is a gift freely given, because I delight in showing mercy. Let my grace be the foundation of your hope, reminding you that I love you not due to your perfection, but because I choose to love you. When you are tempted to measure your worth by performance or compare your journey to someone else's, return to the simple truth that grace is enough. My compassion reaches you in every corner of your life, even where you feel most vulnerable or weak. Let go of any misconception that you must prove yourself worthy of my acceptance, and rest assured that I already embrace you wholeheartedly. My grace is your security, and my love is your guarantee. The enemy may try to whisper accusations into your mind, convincing you that you are incapable of change or undeserving of a second chance. But I, your God, have the final say, and I declare you are set free by my power. When you hear those discouraging voices, counter them with the truths I have spoken over you. You are redeemed, you are forgiven, and you are called by name as my beloved. Make no room in your heart for lies that undermine your true identity. Instead, stand firm in my word and let it become a sword of truth that cuts down every argument against your worth. Do not give fear a foothold, for I am the one who holds your destiny, and my verdict over you is forever sealed in love. Cling to my promises with unwavering faith, and watch the darkness scatter before my light. I invite you to receive my blessings with a grateful heart, recognizing that I long to pour out my favor upon you, not as a reward for perfection, but as an overflow of my boundless kindness. Look around and behold the evidence of my goodness in the simple joys, the warmth of a sunrise, the laughter of a loved one, the restorative power of a kind word. Know that I wish to fill your life with reasons to celebrate, even amidst hardship. Give thanks in all things, for a heart of gratitude opens wider the door to my presence, allowing you to perceive my hand at work more clearly. Embrace each day with thanksgiving, and let your praise become a gateway to deeper intimacy with me. The more you acknowledge my hand in your life, the more you will realize how intricately I care for every detail. In moments when discouragement tries to settle upon your heart, I ask you to recall the miracles of your past, the times I answered prayers in unimaginable ways, and the seasons I carried you through what seemed impossible. Hold on to these memories like shining milestones along your journey, reminding you of my faithfulness that never falters. Allow your testimonies to rekindle hope, for if I was faithful before, I will surely be faithful again. Reflect on how far you have come, how many valleys we have walked through together, and let that perspective elevate your confidence in my ongoing provision. You do not stand on shaky ground when you place your trust in me. You stand on the history of my unchanging love. Keep your eyes forward, acknowledging that I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. I see the dreams you hold close, the aspirations that dance within your mind, but sometimes remain unspoken because you fear disappointment. Remember, I am the author of possibilities, and I love to partner with my children in bringing hope to fruition. When you align your desires with my perfect will, you unlock a realm of creativity and blessing that surpasses your own imagination. Dare to dream boldly and submit those dreams to me, trusting that I will open doors at the right time and close the ones that do not serve your ultimate good. This process might require patience, but in that waiting, I shape your character and deepen your reliance on me. Keep believing, keep asking, and keep moving forward with the assurance that my plans for you are marked by love, grace, and purposeful intention. When doubts arise about your ability to make a difference in this world, remember that I love to use humble hearts as vessels of transformation. You may look at your limited resources or your lack of certain talents, but in my hands, even the smallest offering becomes multiplied beyond comprehension. Do not let fear keep you from stepping out in faith, from being a light where darkness tries to reign. Your acts of kindness, your prayers for someone in need, your willingness to speak hope to a weary soul. These things reflect my character more than you know. You are my ambassador of love, and every small act done with sincerity can echo through eternity in ways you might not see immediately. Remain faithful in what I've placed in front of you, and know that I am empowering you to bring heaven's touch to earth. And so, my dear child, do not hide your gifts or bury your talents out of uncertainty. I entrusted them to you because I see greatness in you, greatness that stems from my spirit dwelling in your heart. Whether you are called to lead, to serve, to create, to teach, or to encourage, do so as one who carries my presence within. Do not let insecurity rob the world of the blessing you are meant to be, for I crafted you with a specific role in mind, a piece in the grand tapestry of my kingdom. Embrace your calling and do not be afraid to learn and grow, for I am patient and gentle with you, guiding you step by step. Your purpose might evolve as seasons shift, but my guidance and love will remain constant. Go forth with confidence, for I am equipping you every day. I want you to know that I celebrate your uniqueness, the traits that make you stand apart, and the quirks that give color to your personality. Others may misunderstand these nuances, but I cherish them because they reflect aspects of my own creativity. Never feel forced to conform to a mold that distorts the essence of who I made you to be. Stand comfortably in your own skin, trusting that I am pleased with the way you are woven together. When the world pressures you to compromise or to hide your authenticity, remember that your truest identity is found in my love, not in fleeting social acceptance. Shine with the light I have placed within you, secure in the knowledge that you have my wholehearted approval. This authenticity anchored in me will draw you closer to the destiny I have prepared. In times of trial, do not shrink back, for I am a God who redeems suffering and turns anguish into triumph. Consider the stories of those who walked with me in ages past. Abraham, who trusted me for a promise that seemed impossible. Joseph, who endured betrayal but rose to a position of great influence. Moses, who faced his own insecurities, yet led my people to freedom. These stories are not just relics of an ancient time. They are testimonies of my unwavering power and grace. I am the same God who wrote victory into their lives, and I will do the same for you. Let these narratives stir your faith, reminding you that I craft beauty from ashes, making rivers in the desert. Hold on to that conviction, because I will not fail to weave your challenges into a story of redemption. My grace extends to every corner of your existence, including your relationships, your vocation, your finances, and your dreams. Trust me to guide you in each area, inviting my counsel into every decision, both big and small. You may be tempted to compartmentalize, believing some matters are too trivial for my involvement, but I care about every detail that concerns you. Nothing is hidden from me, and nothing is too insignificant. If it matters to you, it matters to me. You are my child, and I want to walk with you in every realm of your life, offering wisdom and comfort as you navigate challenges and uncertainties. Lean into my guidance, and you will discover that even mundane tasks can become acts of worship, imbued with purpose and grace. Remember, I stand ready to help you in all you do. When you find yourself in moments of doubt, uncertain whether you have heard my voice correctly, I encourage you to seek me wholeheartedly in prayer and reflection, and to test all things against the truth of my word. Know that I will confirm my guidance through consistent patterns, through the quiet resonance in your spirit, and sometimes through counsel from trustworthy individuals who themselves walk closely with me. I do not play games with your heart, nor do I desire you to remain in confusion. Rather, I want you to experience peace and clarity, which come from aligning yourself with my heart. Practice listening for my whispers, and be patient in discerning my leading. Let my word be your compass, and trust that I will direct you precisely where you need to go in my perfect timing. Do not be anxious, for I am the one who orchestrates every step. I speak to you with the tenderness of a shepherd tending to his flock, ensuring no harm befalls you and leading you to pastures of rest and still waters of refreshment. When you wander off, I search for you with perseverance, longing to bring you back into the fold where you can find true safety. Do not fear your vulnerability, for when you dwell in my care, I cover your weaknesses with my strength. My rod and my staff are there to protect and guide you, not to punish you in wrath. Instead, they stand as symbols of my vigilant guardianship, which never slumbers. Let your heart find solace in this image, recognizing that you are cherished beyond measure, like a lamb in the arms of a loving shepherd. In my presence, you will discover renewed courage, for I walk with you through every valley, even the shadowy ones. I call you to a place of childlike wonder, where you trust in my goodness without reservation, just as a little child finds comfort in the outstretched arms of a loving parent. Do not overcomplicate your faith with needless worries or anxious speculations, for the core of relationship with me is simplicity, loving me, trusting me, and walking with me daily. I take pleasure in your childlike awe, in your willingness to believe in miracles, and in your openness to be delighted by my surprises. When cynicism knocks at your door, remember that I am the God who delights in doing the extraordinary, who parts seas and calms raging storms. Keep your heart soft and your spirit expectant, because I have wonders for you to behold. Be joyful, for my presence is the greatest gift you could ever receive, and I desire to fill you with uncontainable gladness. Yet I also know that your faith can sometimes be shaken when you see others experiencing blessings while you wait for answers that seem delayed. Take heart, for I do not overlook your plight, nor do I forget your faithful petitions. My timeline may differ from your expectations, but it is never tardy or insufficient. In the waiting, I refine your character, teaching you endurance and patient hope. Resist the urge to compare your journey to another's, for I have a unique plan for each of my children. Trust that I see the desires of your heart, and I work all things together for your good. Even when it feels like the door remains shut, cling to the promise that I am weaving a tapestry of grace that will exceed your understanding. Maintain your hope, my child, for I am the God who never fails. I encourage you to speak words of life, both to yourself and to those around you, for the power of the tongue can lift or destroy. Use your words to bless, to build, to heal, and to inspire. You never know how a single word of kindness can resonate in someone's heart and lead them closer to me. Let your conversations be seasoned with gentleness and compassion, reflecting my love in every syllable. When anger or frustration threatens to spill over, pause and remember that I am patient and loving with you, so extend that grace to others. Your speech can be a testimony of my goodness, a channel through which I breathe hope into weary souls. Embrace this responsibility carefully, for I have entrusted you with a profound gift. Keep in mind that your words can shape the atmosphere around you, so let them reflect my heart. Beloved child, do not fear the uncertainties of tomorrow, for I hold your future in my capable hands. Your life is not left to chance, and my plans for you stand firm despite the chaos that may unfold in the world around you. I go before you, preparing opportunities, forging connections, and establishing favorable conditions so that my glory can shine through your story. Rest in the knowledge that I am the master planner who sees the end from the beginning, weaving every season of your life into a coherent masterpiece. Let go of fretting about the unknown, for worry only burdens your mind and clouds your vision of my providence. Instead, place your faith in me anew each day, proclaiming that I am your fortress, your strong tower who keeps you secure. Continue stepping forward one day at a time and watch as I unfold my perfect will. In your interactions with others, never forget that compassion is the bridge that can lead hearts to my truth. Be quick to forgive, quick to show empathy, and eager to listen before you speak. You may not always agree with everyone, but your willingness to extend kindness can break down walls of misunderstanding and draw others toward my love. Reflect my grace in your relationships, remembering that I have forgiven you of so much more than you can ever repay. Be patient and gentle, even when confronted by hostility, for a gentle spirit can soften the hardest heart. Whenever you feel tempted to respond in anger or to hold on to resentment, recall how I have continuously poured my mercy upon you. Let my example guide your actions so that your life becomes a testimony of redemptive love that transforms everything it touches. I have placed in your heart a longing for communion with me, a desire that nothing else in this world can truly satisfy. When you try to quench that thirst with fleeting pleasures or worldly validations, you end up thirstier than before. Return to the source of living water, and you will find a satisfaction that transcends circumstances. I invite you to abide in my presence consistently, to dwell in my word, and to allow the truths therein to shape your perspective. Let prayer become more than a checklist. Let it be a continual dialogue throughout the day, where you share every moment with me. As you do this, you will discover a deeper intimacy that fills every void and heals every wound. Embrace my nearness, for I am not a distant observer, but a loving Father who cherishes each moment spent with you. When you come before me in worship, do so with your whole heart, free from distractions or pretense, for true worship is a connection of spirit and truth. Let the posture of your heart be humble reverence mingled with a joyful surrender, because in worship you align with the very heartbeat of heaven. Sing if you can sing, dance if you can dance, or simply bow in quiet awe if that resonates with your soul. I am moved by the sincerity of your devotion, not by outward performance. In that sacred space of worship, chains of anxiety break, and the burdens of life grow lighter. Focus on my holiness, my majesty, and my endless compassion, and you will find that your perspective on every problem shifts. Return often to the place of worship, for there you will encounter my glory in ways that renew your entire being. My child, I want you to know that my covenant of love with you is unbreakable, sealed by my own word, which stands forever. Human promises might fail, and earthly alliances may crumble, but my promise is eternal and backed by my very nature. I do not lie, nor do I abandon those who seek my face in earnest. When doubts about my faithfulness arise, immerse yourself in the testimonies of Scripture and the accounts of those who have walked this path of faith before you. Allow their stories to remind you that I have never forsaken a single soul that placed its hope in me. My covenant remains as strong as it was in the days of old. Believe it with all your heart, and let that certainty give you the courage to face whatever tomorrow holds. You stand on solid ground, for my love endures forever. I take joy in hearing your laughter, in seeing you rediscover delight in the small pleasures of life, like the fragrance of flowers in spring or the brightness of a cloudless sky. These moments are a gift from me, a reminder that while the world can be filled with trials, it is also brimming with simple wonders that reflect my goodness. Let yourself be captivated by the beauty in each day, and do not allow stress or the weight of responsibilities to rob you of joy. When you pause to appreciate the blessings around you, you open your heart even wider to my presence. Laughter itself is a healing balm, and I love to see my children enjoying the life I gave them. Enjoy these gifts with gratitude, and let them lift your spirit, confirming once again that my goodness overshadows every sorrow. Though challenges arise, I reassure you that my hand is actively shaping the solutions you need. Sometimes my answers may come through surprising encounters or unlikely sources, and other times They may surface through a gentle shift in your own perspective. Stay open to my methods, for they are not bound by human logic, and do not assume that the way I worked previously is the only way I will work now. Remain flexible in faith, trusting that my creativity knows no bounds. In moments of confusion, cling to the knowledge that I am orchestrating events in your favor, even when you cannot yet discern my strategy. By faith, declare that I am your helper, and be prepared to receive my interventions at any moment. Do not doubt, instead remain expectant and watchful, because I am faithful to my children. Take some time to remember that your body is a temple of my spirit, and the care you provide for it matters to me. Whether through proper rest, nourishing food, or movement that strengthens you, honor the gift of physical health I have entrusted to you. Your body and your spirit are intimately connected, and caring for one often benefits the other. Do not dismiss the signals of fatigue or pain. Treat them as cues to find balance and to seek my wisdom. In doing so, you allow yourself to serve me more effectively with energy and clarity of mind. I created you as a holistic being, encompassing mind, body, and spirit, and I love every aspect of who you are. Tend to yourself kindly, and let my spirit guide you in wise stewardship of this vessel you inhabit. When you share my love with others, through hospitality, through a listening ear, or through a simple act of service, you mirror my heart. Each selfless gesture reveals a bit more of my character to a world that desperately needs genuine compassion. Let your faith be active, demonstrating that you are my disciple not just in words, but in deeds. You may think your contribution is small, but it carries eternal significance. Do not hesitate to reach out to the lonely or the marginalized, for I am with you in those moments, speaking words of hope through your kindness. When you extend comfort to the hurting, you share in my redemptive mission on earth. Allow your love for me to spark tangible acts of care, bearing witness to my gospel with your life. Embrace this calling, for I delight in the works of mercy done in my name. I caution you to guard your heart against bitterness and resentment, for they poison your soul and hinder the flow of my blessings. When offenses come, and they will, run quickly to my grace for healing. Choose the path of forgiveness, even if it must be practiced again and again, because I have forgiven you of far greater transgressions. Bitterness only traps you in a prison of past hurts, but forgiveness leads you into the freedom of my peace. I understand the pain you carry, and I do not take it lightly. Yet I also see the liberty that awaits you on the other side of forgiveness. Release the burden to me, and let me handle the injustices done against you. Your heart is meant for love and joy, not for the weight of perpetual anger. Liberate yourself by choosing mercy, and you will find rest in my compassion. Consider also the power of humility in your walk with me, for a prideful spirit can create barriers that block the fullness of my grace in your life. True greatness in my kingdom is found not in exalting yourself, but in serving others and embracing the lowly places. Even my Son, who is Lord of all, came to serve rather than be served, and he modeled humility to perfection. Follow that example, and do not be afraid to admit your limitations or ask for help when you need it. I do not shame your vulnerabilities. I offer my strength. Let your heart be open, teachable, and free from the compulsion to be always right. In humility, you reflect my character, and you open yourself to deeper intimacy with me. Embrace this posture, for it paves the way for divine favor and wisdom to flourish. As you continue your journey, do not forget the immeasurable power of my word. It is a lamp unto your feet, guiding you away from pitfalls and enabling you to discern truth amidst a storm of opinions and half-truths. Make it a daily nourishment for your soul, letting its verses sink into your mind and shape your worldview. My word is alive, sharper than any two-edged sword, capable of dividing what is holy from what is not. Study it, meditate on it, and let it transform you from within. When challenges arise, recall the promises I have placed there and wield them against every lie. My word stands as an eternal testament of my nature and my intentions toward you, intentions rooted in unfailing love. Let it anchor your life, and you will not be easily swayed by the shifting sands of circumstance. I also invite you to keep your eyes open for the wonders of my creation that testify to my power and artistry. The vast galaxies declare my majesty. The intricate details of a blossom speak to my delicate touch. Look upon the mountains and oceans, the stars in the night sky, and see traces of my infinite imagination. Nature itself sings praises to me, revealing that I am both transcendent and intimately involved in every atom of existence. Let this awareness draw you into deeper worship, reassuring you that I hold all things together, including your life. Whenever you feel small or overwhelmed, remember that the God who shaped the universe also carefully shapes you. Let the marvel of creation speak comfort to your spirit, showing you that if I can ordain the galaxies in their courses, I can certainly guide your steps faithfully. As you step into tomorrow, cling to the hope that all you are facing will find resolution in my appointed time. I know the longings of your heart for breakthrough, for healing, for restoration, and I am neither deaf nor distant. My plan may unfold slowly in human eyes, but every moment is purposeful, every delay carefully woven into your personal growth. Embrace faith that sees beyond the present, assured that my promises are as sure as the rising of the sun. Trust me enough to let go of your timetables and yield to my pace, which is perfect in its own right. This trust is an act of worship, declaring that you believe in my goodness, even when the evidence is not yet visible. Keep that faith alive, for I will not disappoint you, and I will bring about a future lined with blessings you cannot yet fathom. Take a deep breath and remember that my love for you is unwavering, a steady current that never runs dry. Look back on the times you doubted my care, only to realize later that I was at work the whole time, weaving grace into your story. If ever you feel lost, call out to me, and I will answer, not because of your worthiness, but because of my unchanging affection. Rest in this truth. My love for you does not waver with circumstances, nor is it contingent upon your flawless performance. It is a covenant love, sealed by my desire to call you my own. Let that love strengthen you and banish every trace of fear that tries to linger in your mind. Embrace it wholeheartedly, knowing that I, your God, am committed to you forever. Now, as you take these words to heart, stand up with confidence in the face of every battle, trusting that I have already claimed victory on your behalf. You do not need to fight alone, for the armies of heaven are at my command, ready to minister to the heirs of salvation. When obstacles loom large, remind yourself that I am bigger than anything that threatens you. Be bold, walk in authority, and declare my truth over every situation that arises. I promise never to leave you defenseless, for I am the shield at your side and the deliverer who lifts your head. Let assurance replace anxiety, because I hold dominion over all. Be of good courage, because no force in heaven or on earth can stand against the power of my unfailing name. Believe me when I say that I have prepared a future for you more abundant than your best plans could ever conceive. Even if the journey to get there involves twists and turns, heartbreaks and triumphs, I remain by your side at each stage. As you step forward in faith, know that I am unveiling opportunities, forging relationships, and writing chapters of your life that will bear testimony to my goodness. Do not shrink back in timidity. Stride forward in the confidence that my blessings await. The difficulties you face now will become stepping stones to greater revelations of my power and love. Keep pressing on, child of mine, because your life is destined to reflect my glory, and the best is yet to unfold. I will guide you each step of the way, ensuring you are never alone. At this moment, I bless you and your loved ones with peace, with protection, and with the overwhelming sense of my nearness. Take these blessings and cherish them, distributing them freely among those you meet, for blessings multiply when they are shared. I speak life over your endeavors, wisdom over your decisions, and perseverance over your trials. Let your spirit be lifted, knowing that the King of Heaven has pronounced favor upon you. As you move forward, rest assured that angels keep watch, guarding your path and warding off hidden dangers. Abide in my shadow, for in that sacred place, no enemy can prevail. Clothe yourself in the assurance that my blessings are irrevocable and overflowing. Finally, my beloved child, hold fast to the hope I have placed within your heart, the bright ember of faith that can ignite a world of darkness. When discouragement whispers, remember my unwavering commitment to your life, and when you feel strong, lend your hand to those who stumble. Keep your gaze fixed on the horizon of promise, ever mindful that I am writing a story of grace through you. Trust in the new mercies I unveil every dawn, and let yesterday's regrets fade beneath the beams of my forgiveness. Each day, rise with expectancy, certain that my goodness and mercy will follow you all your days. Walk forward in the light of my truth, take courage in my everlasting presence, and keep anticipating wonders yet to be revealed. The path ahead may hold uncertainties, but you travel it with the assurance that the best is yet to come.